We interviewed both investors, so some VCs, private equity people, and of course then founders from companies. And I think everybody knows that lately we have seen revenue multiples and valuations going down quite a bit. So that might indicate that it will be a little bit more challenging for at least for some companies to raise additional round of funding, or at least to raise it with excellent terms. So I think that's why it's quite natural that companies and their investors are putting more focus also on EBITDA and profitability. So just like you said, it's not only growth at all cost, but a good growth with reasonable cost. I think that was definitely one of the sort of common themes that popped up, especially at SaaStr. So not only doing everything you can to maximize growth, but you need to do it in a smart way so that it makes sense, and also that you have some sort of roadmap ahead of you to reach profitability at some point if that's needed.
And we also asked about metrics, and I think lifetime value was one of the most popular ones. Obviously, it varied depending on who we interview, but LTV seemed to be the most important thing. So I guess this ties in a lot to the profitability and long-term thinking right now.
Yeah, it does. And if I think about, we were asking like, what's the most important SaaS KPI, or what's your North Star metric? And that's what we did at SaaStr. I think very early stage companies, they of course focus on finding product market fit, understanding client acquisition cost, and comparing client acquisition cost with lifetime value. But I think when we interviewed companies that are a little bit ahead already, that they have millions of annual recurring revenue, most of them actually mentioned net revenue retention or net dollar retention. So making sure that you actually have a very healthy customer base, making sure that you're able to deliver long-term value for customers so that you don't lose them, and also that you can upsell and increase the value of existing customer base. So I would say that early stage, maybe client acquisition cost, lifetime value, product market fit. But then when you already have an ongoing business and millions of annual recurring revenue, then net revenue retention was the one that got most mentions.